Hello, hello, hello out there. What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the episode 0 Unqualified podcast, which means this is not quite an episode. It's not quite not an episode. It's a episode 0. It's a test run. Let's see how long it takes before this shit goes off the rails. How's everybody doing? We got Twitch chat hanging out with us. Hello, Twitch chat. What's going on, guys? We're going to be taking questions from some community submitted conundrums that I'm going to dive into. The podcast is called Unqualified because I am unqualified to answer any of these goddamn questions that are probably going to come through. But I'm going to give my honest take. I'm going to give my honest feedback on it. You guys might not always like my advice. Just know that it comes from a place of complete buffoonery. These are not educated. I am not qualified in any way to be giving anyone advice. But if 2020 has hit you as hard as it's hit me and everyone else, maybe you can't afford a therapist, and maybe you need some guy on Twitch on the internet to just give you a different perspective, which you definitely shouldn't listen to at all ever. So you're Dr. Phil. No, I am not Dr. Phil, the deep fake. No. Quite far from. Well, actually, maybe I sort of am. Is Dr. Phil a real doctor? Are we still under the illusion that he's out there doctoring for good? Or are we all on the same level that he's kind of a shyster? I don't know. I don't want to start this off pissing any Dr. Phil fans off. Someone Dr. Ellohime. No, it's not even a doctor. I'm a Mr. Ellohime. Anyways, so earlier last week, I asked you guys to submit some questions that we could dive into. Oh, excuse me. I'm actually really nervous about this. It's kind of weird. I do streams all the time and I never am nervous, but to do this, I'm a little nervous. Like my hope for this is that it's fun and lighthearted. We can have some laughs and maybe give out some advice here, good or bad, just for the entertainment of it all. My worry is someone's actually going to listen to it and it's going to lead to some heinous shit and I'm going to be liable for it. So that's why I named it Unqualified. There's no way you can hold me liable for any of this. I'll say it at the beginning of every podcast. Do not listen to anything I say. I don't understand your context and your situation. I'll do my best. For you, but I am fallible just as you guys are. You love the pose? Oh, that's definitely not my face photoshopped onto the body of somebody else at all. So how are you guys doing in the chat this lovely evening? Anything going on with you guys? Anything new or unusual or sexy that you guys want to talk about? Chronic's like, nah, man, get to the fucking questions. Doing well, working on art. Nice. Pretty good, just watching the UFC event. Oh, right, that's on tonight. I forgot about that. I've been so far out of the UFC now, I don't even know anybody who's in there anymore. I don't recognize the names. I don't know who's good anymore. Still playing Cyberpunk? Dude, I wish I could get it working. All right. Let's get to the first question here. By the way, these are always anonymous. I don't care if you even put your name in. First question. Looks like dad has Parkinson's. My dad was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's. God damn it. Selfishly, why do you gotta start me out with a question like this, man? This is like real serious. Why couldn't you have started with something like, I never put my penis in a woman. How do I do that? Like that I can help with. I don't know shit about Parkinson's. The doctors don't really have a timeline of the progression of it or how long he has. I have no idea how to help him or be supportive of him right now. He's kind of playing it off as something he just has to deal with. Now, okay, I'm going to stop right here. There's a little bit left. I'm going to stop right here. I don't know enough about Parkinson's. Chat, help me out here, man. How bad it I told you I'm not a doctor. I'm not an actual doctor here. I don't know, man. What's the severity here? How bad is Parkinson's? Google it, you fuck. I don't want to trust Google either. Deadly. Okay, let's look it up here. Parkinson's. Disorder of the central nervous system that affects movement, often including tremors. Jeez Louise. God damn, man. So he's kind of playing off as something he just has to deal with. Do I change how I act around him and try to help, or do I follow his lead and treat him the way I always have? That's a really, really difficult question, and it's completely, I mean, it depends on the person, right? I think some people, listen, he's gonna need you, right? He's gonna need you, in one way or another. He sounds like maybe he's he's kind of maybe a little old school, you know? Like the tough guy, the tough man. Maybe going through a lot but doesn't want to share. Maybe if he's like that, you know, sometimes with people like that, you got to give them their space. You got to be there for him, but you got to give him his space is what I would say. You have no idea what's going through his head, right? What he's dealing with. You just got to be there for him. You got to communicate with him first of all. You got to let him know that you're there, right? You got to let him know you're there. You got to tell him, hey, I'm here for you. You let me know what's up. I would talk to him. I would sit him down. And if it makes him a little uncomfortable, oh, well, it makes him a little uncomfortable. I would try to sit him down. I'd talk to him. Communicate with him. Tell him what's in your heart. Tell him that you want to be there for him, man. You want to help him out. But you don't want to get in his space. And maybe he doesn't want you to get in his space. Maybe he's too proud. I think you should follow his lead, but I think you should communicate with him while you follow his lead. I think you should just try to be there for him as best you can, man. Yeah. Reality check in the chat says down to earth, man. Be real and talk it out. Find out what he wants. Yeah, man. And he might not know what he wants. And you got to be patient with that too. Right now, the biggest thing is be patient. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Take your time, talk to him, do the best you can for him. You know, just be patient with him because he might not know what he needs. This is a new situation for him too, right? That's tough, man. We hit the ground running with that one. Just take it slow. Talk to him. See if he'll talk to you. If he won't, take his lead, man. Take his lead. That's what I got to say. Chad, you got anything to add to this? Yeah, nice light first question. Aurelius says anything you find frustrating dealing with him, more likely that he's way more frustrated having to deal with it. Like Ello said, patience is key. I agree. He might blow up at you, man. He might act weird. He might want to isolate himself, you know? At a point, you gotta question if you're allowing your father to do unhealthy things, you know? But at the same time, like I said, man, it's tough, man. You got to give him his space. I don't know. It's tough. That's what I still go back to. I don't know why I'm adding on to this. I think I pretty much nailed this one on the head at the beginning. Let him take the lead, but be in communication with him every step of the way. Every step of the way. Let him know you're there. He's going through it too, man. Hey, God bless to you. And hopefully the chat can throw you some hearts. That's a tough situation. Just be calm, be patient, and be there for him. Much love, whoever that was. All right. That's not so bad. First question out of the way. Pretty simple. Be good, be patient. All right. Next question here. I recently got back into a relationship with someone that was previously left me because she wanted someone that could give her more time. Okay. Oh, starting out in a good spot. I recently got back into a relationship with someone that has previously left me because she wanted someone that could give her more time. All right. I wonder how long you guys, the more that you guys give me about how long you guys have been together, all that shit, the more you give me, the easier it is. That guy ended up cheating on her. Oof. And after about half a year, we decided to get back together. Oof. She has apologized a lot and told me that she won't ever do what happened last time. But lately, she has been really distant. And it's been hard to spend time with her. Oh, man. Just listen, I don't know where this is going to go, but my gut right now is telling me this shit's done, man. I'm sorry. I don't know how much you love this girl. I don't know what you're willing to invest right now. I don't know where this is going yet. I'm not even done reading it. I'm just saying right now, it sounds like from what you're telling me that you know what's up. Sounds like this girl doesn't know what she wants. So lately it has been, he said it's been really distant. It's been hard to spend time with her. And let's make sure, is she being distant to you or are you being distant to her? Are you holding on to some of this shit too? Or do you feel like you're making an effort? All right, let's keep reading. Hold on. The way I have this sorted, it's kind of tough. It's really hard to spend time with her. I'm worried that what happened is going to happen again. Yeah, you should. You should worry. Should I try to rebuild this trust or am I just setting myself up to be hurt again? It's again, I need more context. I need to know how long you guys have been together. How do you feel about this girl? I would say if you are going to try to get it right, you're going to put it together, you're going to rebuild it. You got to come. It's going to take a lot, and it's going to take a lot of communication. It's going to take a lot of honest feelings. But I got to be honest with you, man. I know that people change and that we love people and we want to try again. And sometimes that does work, right? It sounds like, though, that this girl isn't happy. I'm just going to say it. It sounds like she's not happy. She's looking for something else. It sounds like the first time she went out, she got burned. And so what happened was she reverted back to something that's comfortable. You're comfortable for her. You're not the scary unknown of trying to figure out new feelings and new relationships and all that shit. But what's happening with you is I'm not even going to say it's necessarily bad. But for her, there's something that isn't right. And I think it probably is going to happen again. Unless you talk about it with her. You really gotta, if you're gonna go into this and try to fix it, if you're gonna do that, because you gotta really talk. She's gotta really be willing to be open and work through it with you. Here's the thing too, it can't just be you. It's gotta be both of you. You both gotta talk through this thing. And she's gotta be just as open as you are. And you know what? She's gonna have a certain amount of passion for your relationship to see it work. And I think if you bring up these questions with her and you see her responses, I think that'll tell you where she's at. I think you'll know if you bring this up with her, like, listen, we need to have a serious talk about our relationship. I care about you. Maybe even you love her, I care about you. I love you. But this is the way that I feel. And I want you to be happy too. And I want to work on this. This is something you want to work on. I'm here. I'm ready. Where are you at? Where's your head at? And you got to be prepared to deal with the answers to that shit, man. That's tough. That's tough. But it sounds like to me that sounds like to me you're, if I'm a betting man, and again, I'm unqualified, I don't fucking know. I'm reading into this a lot. There's not a lot to go off here. But it sounds like to me you're heading for rough waters, my friend. That's what it sounds like to me. But I could be wrong. But you're definitely heading there if you don't communicate. You got to talk to her. You got to talk to her. Be like, you're confusing. You're so confusing. Hey, man, good luck. Good luck with that. Hey, man, listen. Also, last thing I'll say, follow your heart and your gut on that one. Follow your heart and your gut. And what I mean is, let yourself love, but take care of yourself too in the meantime. I don't know if you understand that. That was terrible advice, but I think some people understand what I'm trying to say. You can also fap a lot if things get real rough. You can always go back to fapping. Chronic Warlord wants you to know that. It's important to him that you know that you can always go back to that. It's never so bad, You can't yank one out. All right, good luck, man. These are fun. I'm having fun. You guys having fun so far? I'm having a good time. I'm waiting to get into some real serious shit. These are little softball. I like it. Okay, the first one wasn't a softball. I know what to do with the fuck of that one, but the other ones, this one, I'm trying to work. This is distracting. I love it. Let's get to the next question. I have been dating my girlfriends for 8 years. Wait, what? I have been dating my girlfriends, plural, for 8 years now, and we even own a house together. Now, did they mean to say girlfriend, or did they mean to say girlfriend? I have been dating my girlfriend for, no, it's got a plural. I want to keep reading, but I feel like I am inadequate to give advice. If you've got girlfriends, plural, like I should be calling into your show. You're doing everything right. You got a house together and you got girlfriends? Dude, you're set. There's nothing else. That's it. That's the question. That's the answer. That's the advice. What's your number so I can call you up and ask you a bunch of shit? Recently, she has been upset with me because we are not married to a point where she said she would leave, and even our friends are, quote unquote, jokingly questioning it since they are all married or engaged. I have been dating my girlfriend. Okay, it's got to be singular. I have been dating my girlfriend for 8 years now. We even own a house together. Recently, she has been upset with me because we are not married to a point where she said she would leave, and even our friends are jokingly questioning it since they are all married or engaged. Oh, I got a lot to say about this one, which you guys may or may not agree with. I am having a hard time asking the question. Ooh, should you even be asking the question? I am from a different culture and religion. Ooh. And even though that doesn't matter to me, it does matter to my father, to the point where he refuses to acknowledge her and my relationship and has not even met her or asked about her. Oh, God damn it. Listen, dude, it sounds like a bunch of people are steering your life but you. What the fuck do you want? What the fuck? This sounds like everybody's got to say but you. I had a conversation with him a while ago. He threatened to disown me as his son if I ever marry her. Fuck him. I love her very much, but I also love my dad and don't want to lose either of them. What should I do? You should tell him that it's not fair to put you in that kind of position. How about that? How about, oh man, it sounds like your dad's real traditional. Oh, god damn it. Oh, here's the thing, man. My dad has disowned me. All right. This is so funny because this question hits home in a lot of places. And I feel like culturally we may have a lot of differences here. Okay. My dad wouldn't disown me over like a girl I was marrying or anything like that. He has his own things, but I do feel sympathetic to this question because Cora and I have been together for 10 years and we are not married legally. I call her my wife. We are in it to win it. We're ride or die, but we have not officially gotten married. We know how we feel. We love each other. We've got a kid. We've got a place. We've had the beautiful support of the community, and we have a very happy life and we are not married. And we have definitely gotten pressured from both sides of the family to get married. However, when it comes down to it, man, that is your choice and her choice. Both of you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. All right. When you say your friends are jokingly questioning it since they are all married or engaged, fuck them. If they're your friends, they're going to understand your position. All right. None of my friends are coming to me being like, oh, you have to get married. You have to get married. I know there's this emphasis on marriage. I really do. I get it. And that works for some people. All right. But it doesn't work for everybody. And I don't know how you guys live your lives, if you're more traditionalists or anything like that. I believe that when two people love each other, what they do is their fucking business as long as they're not hurting anybody else. And if they want to get married, then they get married. If they don't, then they don't. It's not about the marriage. It's about the connection. It's about the lasting connection with somebody. Don't get tied up in all the semantics, okay? Complications are already super fucking complicated without all that shit and putting labels and drawing lines in the sand and stuff like that. You don't need that. Relationships should be work, but they should be fun and they should be something that both of you are deciding. Not your friends, not your dad, not any of that shit. When it comes down to it, do you love this girl enough to marry her? And are you comfortable enough with being pressured into this marriage? Because it doesn't sound like you wanted to get married. It sounds like you wanted to keep going. It seems like this is something she's pushing for. Recently, she has been upset with me because we are not married to the point where she would leave me. And that's another thing, man, if she's trying to leave you because, I gotta go off a little bit here, man. Just because a dude won't marry you doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. It doesn't mean that you aren't the center of his world. It doesn't mean that he doesn't, in his head, do everything with you in mind, all right? Every fucking waking moment, all right? I swear to God, I've seen women like this where it's like, and not all women, ladies, I will generalize you, but that's because I'm an idiot. And this is the way I express my ideas, is in generalizations. I don't mean to generalize you all, all right? But I hate when I hear this thing where it's like, you got to marry me to prove you care about me, or I'm out of here. Like, what about everything that you've done for this girl over the years? What about the love you've shown her? What about the things you've done? Do these amount to nothing? It's all got to be this one act. I'm going to tell you right now, man, and I don't know how you are, but I know how I would be. That's a decision I got to want to. And not because I want to appease somebody. I think, from everything that you've told me, say that again and I'll be calling PC Principal in here. You call him, man. I got to be honest. From what, I don't know, man. You got to decide if you really want to marry this girl. I wouldn't let her bully you into marrying her because she wants to be married because her friends are married. You get married because you want to get married, because you love this person. You believe in the sanctity of marriage. And yeah, I feel like all the reasons you're giving me for getting married and all the trouble and everything is like, you didn't even mention really what you wanted at all. Which probably means you love her. But you got to love yourself too, man. You can't let people bully you into situations listen, marriage is a very serious thing. And marriage is a very serious thing for guys too. You can stand to lose a lot. If things don't go your way in this marriage, for whatever reason, she's going to be walking out with some of your shit. All right? It's not favorable to the men in divorces. I'm just saying, sometimes it is. Most of the time it's not. What kind of position are you putting yourself in? And you're going to piss your dad off, and you're doing it just because she's upset with you because you're not married. Nah, man, nah. You know what? Fuck it. I was kind of on the fence before. This is terrible advice. Don't listen to any of it. But you need to start thinking for yourself. You need to start thinking about what you want. You need to not these are all outside influences that are pushing you around, man. You need to sit down and decide what you want, and you need to communicate to that to the people that are important to you, and you need to make your own decisions. And if people want to get mad at you and they want to disown you, then that's on them. Your friends, what kind of friends are they? What kind of friends are they if they leave? What kind of friends are they if they can't understand your position and that you still love this girl? You just don't want to get married. You just don't want to get tied down. It causes issues. It's causing issues. The whole idea of it's causing issues for you between your family, who doesn't want you to get married, and this girl that wants you to marry her, and you don't even sound like you want to marry her. Nah, man. I know it's tough, but you know what? You got to live your truth. You got to live your truth, man. That's my advice. Be you. Be you. Make decisions for yourself. You're a grown-ass man. It's good to have a relationship with your dad, and it's a lovely thing, and I encourage everybody to do it. But at a certain point, you got to be the master of your own destiny. And if your dad wants to walk out and cut you from his life, well, that's on him. That wasn't your choice, right? He's got to live with that decision. You got to do what's good for you. I would really communicate with your wife. My bad. I would communicate with your girlfriend and let her know where you're at. Maybe you've got some hang-up shit with commitment. You know? Maybe you should explore why you're not ready to marry this girl. You know, maybe you got some shit going on in you. Or maybe you're just not feeling it. I don't know, man. That's a tough one, but if I were you, the way I'm reading this, you're getting jerked around. You're getting jerked around by all these people wanting things from you. You need to figure out what you want. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. You need to figure out what you want, and you need to do it. You need to do it. You need to stick to your guns. Don't listen to any of that. You'll ruin your life. Don't do it. I feel like 90% of the advice is going to be you need to communicate. It's a big part of it, man. Communicating is huge. You can't, I don't know. You can't walk away from one of these questions without mentioning communication. It would be detrimental not to. It might get repetitive, but it's true. It's true. I would stand your ground. And I would find out where your ground is, what you really want, and then I would stand there. And if everybody wants to push you around and drop you off and everything, it's like, all right, well, do what you got to do. Because those people, they got to have patience with you as you grow and change too. And you want to surround yourself with people that will allow you to grow and change and understand your position and want to understand your position, and do things that, may create compromise for you and her, you know? I don't know, man. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, next question. Actually, I want to know, whoever wrote that, I know it's anonymous. If you're listening right now and you want to follow up with me and let me know a little bit more about that, I would like to know. I'd like to know how that goes down. I'm curious what you do. Anyways, good luck to you, sir. Or ma'am. I guess it wasn't really ever said. Next question. How to not be a mean person. Love you, Ello. Fuck off. What is this question? How to not be a mean person. Love you, Ello. Fuck off. How to not be a mean person? I mean, I don't even know what to do with this. It's generally good to be affable, right? It's generally good to be a nice person. But asking how not to be, sometimes it's okay to be a mean person. Sometimes it's all right to be mean. Like when Chronic Warlord is in the chat and he's constantly fucking with me. If I'm mean to him, he deserves it. It's fine. He loves it. He's a glutton for punishment. Half of the people watching this podcast right now, these fucks, you gotta be mean to them or they don't know you love them. They're weird like that. I don't know, man. It's like I don't know. It's like some girl with daddy issues, all of them. I resent that I'm a nice person. Yeah, I know. You make me sick. Oh, God damn it. How not to be a mean person? I don't know, man. Take a deep breath. Give me more next time. What's going on? Where are you being a mean person? Who to? I don't know. Treat people like you want to be treated. Next question. My friend tries to pressure me to drink beer with him. He wants to fuck you. But I can't take the taste of bitter water. Interesting. He says it's not about the taste, but to socialize, well, I think is psychotic. Can you recommend an alcohol drink that I can buy online that I should try that doesn't taste like cough syrup? Wait. Hold on a second. I love how fast you fucking folded, like even in this question. My friend tries to pressure me to drink beer with him. What do you mean tries? He did. My friend did absolutely pressure me to drink beer with him, but I can't take the taste of bitter water is how that should have read. He says it's not about the taste, but to socialize, well, I think it's psychotic. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Can you recommend an alcoholic? Oh, my God. Okay, well, first of all, you have been successfully peer pressured. Congratulations. Everything that your parents taught you was for nothing. And all because you succumbed to it rather quickly. If you don't want to drink beer, don't drink beer. Fuck your friend. Why is your friend trying to get you to drink beer? What is weird or off about your friend that it's so important to him that you drink beer? I like beer. I like to drink, but I'm not like hoisting it down my friend's throat. I go to a dark place with shit like this. Like, what do you got that he wants? What is it that he's jealous of? Why is he trying to set you up? Why is he trying to get you to drink beer with him so badly? You need to ask yourself if this is a true friend. I don't know. You didn't tell me much about this anonymous friend here, but I would question his methods. Can you recommend an alcoholic drink that I can buy online? I should try that doesn't taste like cough syrup. Oh, man. I don't think I should. I feel like I'm letting your friend win if I give you a recommendation for an alcoholic drink. I feel like if you think it's psychotic and you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't do it. How about that? How about you can socialize with your fucking words? I understand what he means about like having a beer and walking around. Dude, you don't feel pressured, man. Don't feel pressured. Just smoke weed. Listen, this guy's an amateur anyways. He wants to drink beer with you. Just smoke weed, all right? You don't need this alcohol. You don't need to find it online. You don't need to you know what? Skip all the steps. Go to the thing that doesn't give you a hangover that you can do casually and not fuck up your life. Probably. Oh, man. I don't know if I should recommend an alcoholic drink. Here's the thing about alcohol. If you really do want to start drinking it, I do believe it is an acquired taste. I remember not liking alcohol back in the day, especially beer. But then, I don't know. I tried a few more beers and I ended up liking it. It's just something you develop over time. If you're really not that interested in it, I'll tell you what, man. Let me give you the real. Let me give you the real. All right? You're fucking right. It is psychotic to drink alcohol. All right? The closest times that I've been to fucking death, the worst decisions I've ever made, the times that I blacked out and woken up in some godforsaken fucking field or room or fucking ditch or whatever the fuck has all been due to alcohol. Guess what? You don't drink, you're skipping a fucking shit ton of bullshit, okay? If you want to listen, if you like alcohol, I'm not judging you. All right? I'm really not. I like it too. I drink it. But I'm telling you right now, man, you're not, I don't think you're missing anything. I think everybody here that drinks alcohol can think of a time that went horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Maybe multiples. I would guess multiples. And the contributing factor to all of the stories is alcohol. No, man, don't be peer pressure. I'm not even going to recommend an alcoholic drink to you. If you want to do it because of you can DM me on Discord. And you let me know I'm ready. I'm ready to try some alcohol, and I'll help you out. But until I get that, I'm not going to give in to your friend. Fuck your friend. Why is he trying to get you all liquored up? He's trying to stick his finger in the whoop. You're going to wake up with his half of his fucking fist deep inside your ass. And you're going to go, I don't like drinking alcohol. I don't like drinking beer. Yeah, no shit. Because your friend fucking trying to finger you. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. All right, next question. Hi, Ellohime. Oh, hello. I'm 32 years old and have never been to a strip club before because I always thought I would hate it. This is another one of those things. It's like, damn, my community has really good gut feelings. And I think that they're allowing themselves to be influenced by their surroundings by so many people. Your first inclination is right. Strip clubs are the worst. Nah, they can be fun sometimes. However, I went for the first time in March and loved it. Damn. The girls were hotter than any girl I can get in the real world, and I spent a couple $100. Shortly after I went, comma, you need a comma there. Everything shut down, so I haven't been able to go back. But I've been thinking a lot about it the past 8 months. You You shouldn't have gone. What did I say? You just should have avoided it. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay, well, I think that first of all, well, this isn't even done. This isn't even done yet. Let me finish this shit. I'm worried that once they open up again, I'm gonna get hooked and won't resist spending all my money. Do you have any idea, any advice on how to fight the temptations and avoid becoming one of those guys that grows old, going to strip clubs every week and wastes all their money? Listen, as a 72-year-old man that does nothing but hang out at the strip club, I feel like I can help you with this. Oh my God. You went one time and maybe it's one of those situations where you need to go and you need to get a really, you need to see the other side of it. Like you went and had a good time. You need to go to a strip club and have a bad time. I feel like if you went and had a bad time, this fucking feeling would alter itself. It would balance itself out. Oh man. Yeah, go on a weekday. Yeah, like go on a Monday night where they don't have, Cherry Blossom, the new 18-year-old college student. They've got Mary Mary O'Contrary, the 68-year-old titty sensation from the 1970s. You need to see some mournful titties, my friend. You don't need to see them perky young titties. You need to see the flappy, fucking dreadful, just the mournful. That's the only way you can describe it. Mournful titties. Don't listen to any of this advice. Listen, I think that the fact that it's in your, what kind of relationship do you have with girls? I'm wondering why you got so hooked to this so quick. Is it that are you not getting attention in your real life? What's going on with you in your relationship with women? That you would see this and just get all amped up about it. It's probably something new and exciting. Sounds like something that somebody is new and exciting goes through. Like that first time you go to do so, you're like, sexually. It's all you can think about, man. But after like your, 80th blowjob, you're kind of like, man, I can't even get off. I'm here jerking it. Maybe that's it. Maybe you just need to go and indulge yourself for a little while. Like, don't spend all your money, but go ahead, maybe have a little fun. I don't know. I would be very wary about your addiction to this shit, but maybe you just got to get it out of your system. But I would bet good money that you got some complicated feelings when it comes to women. Also, communication. Communication is very important. Talk to these strippers. Get to know them. Who are they? Yeah, you got to communicate. That's my advice on all of these. Do you have any advice on how to fight the temptations? You know what, man? I think, okay, listen. The way you think about the strip club is how I think about the casino. I'm not a gambling addict, but I do want to go once a year. Once a year, I want to go. If I don't get there once a year, I get a little antsy. I want to go just one day, just get it out. I want to go have fun at the casino. But here, you know what I do? I don't take any money in that I'm not willing to lose for entertainment. You hear what I'm saying? You need to set, if you're going to do it, it sounds like you're going to do it. You need to set yourself a budget. And you need to tell yourself that you're okay with losing this money for entertainment. And it can't be the money that goes to your bills. It can't be the money that goes to your food. It can't be the money. It's got to be your surplus, not even in your savings. You got a couple extra $100 this week, a little bonus, working hard, whatever job you're at. You want to go, this is money you would spend on going to the movies or going to the bar, whatever. You going with that spending limit, and that's it. If you're over, you're out. You're done. Because what I'm worried about with you is you're going to get way too into it. You're going to waste, like you say, you're going to waste all your money. I feel like you're going to go back. So I'm trying to advise you in a healthy way to go back because I feel like it's already in your head. Man, you're probably, dude, you are probably cocked and ready to go, man. You should not be dating right now. Dude, if you went to the strip club and you got all excited and shit, man, you are probably freaking out in your head right now. You should not date. Do not go on a date with a really nice girl. Because I feel like you have been sitting 8 months with a loaded gun in your pants. Just thinking about seeing some goddamn titties. Oh, man. The thing I'm battling with is to tell you to go or not to go. Because it's one of those double-edged things. If I tell you not to go, is it going to become more of a problem in your head? Where you're like, you're not gonna be able to operate, you know, and then you're gonna have to give in eventually. Is it one of those things? But like the others, like part of me wants you just to go and get it out of your system, but part of me knows that it might not get out of your system if you're not careful with it. You got to be careful, friend. You got to walk carefully. All right, you got to tread lightly here. I got to be honest. I think you already know you know what I'm worried about. The people that don't know about. They're not worried about this going in. You've had a good 8 months to sit and think about this shit. So you know how dangerous this shit can be. And it can. It can. Some people can get addicted to this shit. Strip clubs are fun, but you shouldn't be going. I don't think you should be going every week. Spending your hard-earned money every week. Why don't you go find a nice girl. Do all that shit for free. And she'll cook for you. And you can like have a deep relationship with her maybe. Or not. You know? I'm curious as to what your relationship is like with ladies in general. The girls were hotter than any girl I can get in real life. Why do you say that? That's what makes me think. The girls were hotter than any girl I can get in real life. Let me give you a hint, man. You're still not getting them. All right? You're not getting these girls. All right? Don't put that in your head. All right? Everyone is getting these girls. All right? It's not for you. It's not just you. How about this, man? Get a little self-esteem. The girls were hotter than any girl I can get in real life. Bullshit. What do you get? What are you fat? Go work out. Go lose a little bit of weight. Go learn a skill. Go learn to dance. Go learn to cook. Ooh. You wanna attract some ladies? Oh my God, learn to cook. Oh my God. Learn to cook. Anyways, I don't know if I helped you with this at all. I don't think I did. But I'm not really qualified to say. If you go back, be careful about it. Set yourself a limit. A limit of times to go in like a certain amount of time and a limit of time and money. Go experience it. Go have fun. But do it in a responsible way. Don't let yourself indulge too much. Have a little fun. Live. You know? But don't do it at the fucking cost of all your money and your time. It's not worth it. Have a little fun, then get back to working on real relationships. Love you, boo-boo. Thanks for writing in. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yeah, man. So easy to say when I'm here. All right. Next question. When I was 13, I dated a girl who was 17 years old for 2 years, and she was perfect. Beautiful, funny, caring, and creative. You forgot to add predatory to that list, sir. Not to talk about your love. But you were a child, and she was heading on to the years of adulthood. She was 17. You guys dated for 2 years, which makes me think you were with her till she was 19 and you were 15, and you guys were probably together when she was 18 and you were 13 or 14. So let's just get that right out of the way right off the bat. And I don't know how old you are now. Man, I should probably keep reading before I keep. I'm just saying right off the bat, this is, I have to point out this is a predatory relationship. It's true. It's true, man. It's different for guys, right? Some 14-year-old gets with some 18-year-old. He's all high-fiving his friends. That's the, sad, really, because that shit'll fuck you up. Shit'll fuck you up, man. You're a child. Your brain can't handle this shit. Anyways, I gotta keep reading. We got along well. Jesus Christ. Part of me knows you're my hero, but I'm also dying inside for you. The only thing about her that wasn't good, besides the fact she was an adult and you were a child, it's fucking illegal. That wasn't good about her was her tendency for self-harm. Ooh, yeah. Oh no. Oh, she had periods where she wouldn't cut, and some where she did. Yeah, she's dealing with some shit got anything to do with you. Oh, we both were in the same position with this problem, but I stopped in an attempt for her happiness. Wait, we both were in the same position with this problem, but I stopped in an attempt for her happiness. So you were cutting too. Dude, how old are you right now? Oh my God. If this, dude, I gotta get to the end of this. Let me see where we're at here, because this seems like we both were in the same position with this problem, but I stopped it. So you stopped cutting to make her happy. She had a harder time with it. Eventually, we had a fight about it because I do anything to make her contempt. Contempt? I think you mean content. Because contempt is like, I hold you in contempt. One night she was drunk and had, because she's in a, wait, is she old enough to drink? One night she was drunk and had a horrible incident, and I ran a town over to help in any way I could. Oh, dude. This, oh my God. Listen, man. Oh, my Lord. Oh. After we broke up, she didn't tell me why, just for me to leave after a couple of minutes of her cleaning her wounds up. I did. Was I in the wrong for something? Could I have helped any more? Listen, I got to work with the knowledge that I got here, and that is that you're still underage. This sounds like it's still happening, like you're 15. And this girl is like 19 or 20. And I can't, you know what, man? I can't answer this. I can't, because what I got to tell you, the advice I'm giving to you is you need an adult. You need a fucking adult. Like, this is beyond anything you should be dealing with if you're still 15, 16. You might listen. When I was young, I used to idolize women, like in relationships with women. And I used to have this thing inside me. And it wasn't until my mom pointed it out that I realized that I was even doing it. I wanted to fix people. All right. I wanted to fix people. And I thought that if I could bring like everything that I was to a relationship, some girl that was fucking cutting herself. I've been there, man. Dude, I've stitched up a girl, okay? I had a girl that got real drunk and she cut herself. She self-harmed to the point where I could see like fat on her arm. And she didn't want to go to, if she would have called it in, if she would have gone to the hospital, she would have sat in the psych ward. They would have, she had already gone in before. All right. And I went to Walmart. I got a hook because I knew relatively how to stitch wounds. I went to the Walmart. I got a fucking hook. I clamped it down. I did the alcohol thing. I did everything. And it's still scarred up. I closed the wound, and that was that. All right. That's fucking crazy. All right. Let me explain to you how fucked up that situation was. And looking back on it now, I'm like, what the fuck? It's probably the same reaction chat's giving. Like, what the fuck? Because it was a crazy fucked up situation. But I didn't realize it at the time, okay? And I wanted to fix everything. It sounds like you're a fixer. You don't need to fix anybody. You can't go in here trying to fix people. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you are 15, you need to get an adult. Because one, I mean, if she really is 17, you guys have been together for 2 years. She's 18, you're 14. Dude, that's not appropriate at all. I know it might seem normal to you, but this is not normal. This isn't normal. You need help, man. You don't need to be on this podcast. You need real qualified help. And from an adult, you need to talk to people. I'm not joking. Like, you need to talk to people. Because it sounds like this, listen, you don't need all this at 15. It's all fucking up your head. Then it's probably illegal. Like, you're like legitimately, this is a predator if the ages are correct. You need help. I don't want you to feel like I betrayed you or anything. You sent in this nice message, took the time, and I'm here like, you're being abused. It's just like, man, you like at 15, trust me, man, you don't need all this around in your head. This is heavy shit. This is heavy shit for adults. Really heavy. And she's an adult, and she should know better than to bring you into that kind of world. Any of these worlds. It's not cool. I know it must feel real cool to be with an older girl, but no, you need real help, man. You need to talk to your parents or a guardian, family member. You need to get help. Probably this kid's first fuck, so he's all into it. I can't even get into all that. You're right, but I'm not even going to get into all that. It's inappropriate for me too. I want to help out everybody here, but yeah, no, you need to get some real help, man. You're in a real pickle of a situation. I think it's a situation you think you want to be in, and that I'm sure you care about this girl, but you're dealing with very adult feelings, and it's way beyond. And one of you is an adult and should be taking better care of the other one. And I think you really need to think about that. And I think you need to talk to somebody. I think you need to be serious and talk to somebody. Her happiness is not your you should be doing homework. Play some fucking video games. Go to McDonald's with your friends, man. What the fuck? You don't need all this on you. Get some help. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody professional. I guarantee you they'll tell you need help. Yeah, and you got to be productive in looking for that help, man. Really, honestly, at least get a second opinion. Talk to maybe you don't even have to talk to your parents or whoever the fuck. Just find a psychiatrist or therapist or whatever the fuck they're called. Find somebody to talk to that has some real fucking qualifications for this. Because I think that's where you need to head. Really, honestly. I think you should really consider. I know you're probably not. But I think if you look back at this as an adult, you're going to go, wow. 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 Who? Please stay safe. Please stay safe. I don't want to get involved, but if you need resources, somewhere to call, we got some numbers. Just be safe. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, for writing in. I'm sorry that my advice was so serious, but you shouldn't be dealing with this shit if you're like 14, 15, 16. I thought you were going to say like, oh, I dated this girl back then and like now as an adult, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, man. Thank you for writing in. Appreciate you. Honestly, get some help. Next question. Dear Ello, am I an asshole for blocking a girl after sleeping with her because her pictures from when we talking online were misleading? There were less pimples on her face in the pictures than in real life. Oh, man. Dating in the 20th century. And I am asshole for blocking her after sleeping with her because her pictures from when she was talking online were misleading. Yeah, you are. You are an asshole, but it's not like, listen, ghosting people is not cool. Listen, you can't ghost people, all right? At least this is why I'm calling you an asshole. It's fine that you're an asshole. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, all right? But this is why I'm saying you're an asshole, because even if you don't like the girl, you can take 2 seconds to go, hey, I don't think it's really working out for me. It was, don't use these words. Do it in a nicer way, whatever way you think you need to do it. But you got to tell her. You got to tell her, hey, it's just not working out for me. Because when you leave people and you just drop them like that, that might work for you and out of sight, out of mind. But in that person's head, it plays tricks on them. It fucks them up. Because they got no closure. You just left them high and dry. They go, what is my pussy smell? Was it my breath? Am I fucking undesirable? Am I the worst? What did I do? Just trying to message you, say, hey, got nothing from you. You're just ignoring her. Oh, fuck, man. I must have done something. I'm fucking worthless. It throws people for an emotional loop, man. It really does. Don't ghost her. I wouldn't ghost her. Listen, send her a thing. Let her know you're not interested, but don't ghost her. Don't ghost her. You're an asshole if you ghost her. If you just straight up block her, it's a little callous. Have a little class. You can go, I don't mind you. You can sleep with a girl all you want. You sleep with her, you're consensual, you're good to go. And you don't owe her anything. You don't really owe her anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're an asshole, but it's like, from certain perspectives. But listen, you're being selfish when you don't just let somebody know. You're avoiding a potentially weird situation for yourself, and you're not taking into consideration the other person's feelings at all. Especially if she didn't do anything like emotional to you or mental to you or spiritual to you. Like, she's just physically wasn't up to snuff. Like, come on, man. I'm sure you don't have like a 8-inch fucking thriving cock and 8 abs and fucking, I'm sure I bet she had some things about you she didn't like. I bet you were all up in there for like 3 minutes and she didn't even know you were there. And she was like, oh man, I got to block this guy. His dick pics weren't as good as the pictures. Nah, man, you gotta let her know you're not interested. You didn't have to be a big show, and you can block her right after that. You can just be like, hey, my life's busy. I had a real fun time last night, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Have a good one. And then you can block her. At least she knows. She doesn't take it into herself. She still might, but then it's not on you. I would just, but you know what else, man? You know what else, dude? You got to stop being so callous when it comes to physical shit, too. There were less pimples on her face in the pictures than in real life. Dude, that's reality, man. Welcome to the real fucking world. Listen, even if you get with the most beautiful woman in the world, all right, there's going to be mornings she wakes up and she's got a big-ass zit on her nose. It's going to look you square in the fucking eye. You're going to be on top of her doing missionary. You're going to be looking at her third eye, that fucking big-ass pimple on her nose. She's going to fart during sex. All right? This is like year 8. All right? Whatever image you have of women in your head, you need to redefine that shit. Little pimples. Come on, man. Girl gets down and shoves your whole dick in her mouth, okay? Women are out here deep-throating cocks, and you're mad about a couple of pimples. Your cock and balls are not that magnificent. That can't be fun. But they're out there doing their job. You need to do your job, which is when she's down on you or whatever guy giving the fucking blowjobs, she get a little blemish on her face. You need to give her a fucking break. She's doing the Lord's work. You might be a little too picky, my friend. You're going to have to get over that. But here's the thing is, you get over that with time as you get older. I don't know how old you are. Probably a young man, probably in his 20s. When you get older, you start, I don't know, man. There's something sexy. There's just something sexy about the woman. I didn't understand this before. I used to be a very visual person. I still am. But man, there's something sexy about a woman, you know? And you don't care if she's got a couple hairs around her fucking nipples that she plucks one morning. Doesn't matter that the hair around her vagina scales up into her asshole. She doesn't shave it after a couple of days. She works, all right, to look good for you. She works. Probably. So, I don't know. Fucking chill. Chill a little bit. You're going to get pimples too. You're going to get old and ugly. All right. You're going to fart. You're going to fart in some girl's face when she goes down. Just don't worry about all that. That's superficial bullshit. If you're young, you're sleeping around. All right. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Be honest with these girls. Wear a condom. Maybe even more. Wear 2 condoms. Have sex with her in a fucking garbage bag if you have to. All right. Stay protected, but be classy. You can sleep around and be classy. You can sleep around and let these girls know. You don't have to ghost them. Be a fucking man. Let her know you're not interested. Move on. But that next girl, her pinky toe's going to be a little shorter than or a little longer than the rest of her toes. Or you're going to see one mole on the back of her neck. You got to get over that shit. Was this girl cool to hang out with? What was she like? Yeah, you're just trying to dick down. Dick down, have fun, be good to the people that you're dicking down. It's all supposed to be recreational. You're out there having fun. She's having fun. She doesn't want to get in her head about a bunch of relationship shit. So help her out. Do her. She was nice enough to fucking sleep with you. Take 2 seconds to send her a little thing and say, hey, this isn't going to work out long term. Good luck. Thank you for writing in. All right. Episode 0's not a total wash, I feel like. You guys having fun in the chat? I'm having fun answering these. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. Sitting around with a cocktail listening to this fucking drama. Fucking drama nerds. Where can I send questions? I have a couple. You're not allowed because you're going to send some bullshit. If you want to send a real question, we can get you guys the link. These are submitted by the community. If you guys want to submit your own things, the more details you guys give me, the better. Don't come up with bullshit stuff. I want real stories. If I think it's bullshit, I'm going to call it out. So just be real with me. And it's always going to be anonymous. So unless you out yourself, I'm not going to do it. All right. Let's continue. All right, next question. To make a long story, years of us being on and off short, here it is. Better not skip out on any of the good shit. Me and a girl, let's call her Ellohime for argument's sake. No, we will not call her Ellohime. Why are you trying to make me into this story? I'm already involved just reading this. You don't got it. I don't need a cameo. It literally says that. Me and a girl, let's call her Ellohime for argument's sake. I'm going to call her Linda. Me and a girl, Linda, have had a weird on and off thing since way back in high school, all the way through college and into present day. There's always been a connection there. We always bounced back to each other regardless. Guess you could say she was the one if you want to get a little cringe. That's a lot of cringe, friend. I'm wearing a whole fucking cringe outfit and it's melting a little bit. However, he has it in all caps, so I felt inclined to read it like that. However, she's a notoriously flaky girl and one of those, I don't know what the fuck she's thinking or wanting types. However, she's a notoriously flaky girl and one of those, I don't know what the fuck she's thinking or wanting types. We all know at least one. What, woman? No offense, ladies. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. I love how the ladies in this chat are like, so a woman. They're making the same jokes. But yeah, after many on and off periods and one of us fucking it up in one way or another, then not speaking for a bit and so on, I don't want to go mega in depth about the background shit. Oh, okay. You're just going to clear. Okay. Yeah, because I don't need context. I don't want to go mega into depth about the background shit, but it's the classic loved up stuff, man. What is loved up? Mega into her, get along great, loads of chemistry. You know how it is when you get like that, man. This isn't just a random girl I briefly dated or slept with. This is that next level type of thing. Where you both never really seem to get over it or move on. You always seem to bounce back to each other. You know how it is. I like how you just keep saying, I know how it is. I mean, I do know how it is, but I like that you just assume I know how it is. That makes me feel confident. Thank you. That you would assume that I know that I've been through things like this. Means a lot. There's a lot still to go here, guys. We're not even halfway done with this. Let's just stop here. Could we entertain the possibility that you guys are just comfortable with each other? Here's what I'm going to keep reading, but here's what I don't want for you. I don't want for you to think this is some next level shit because I don't think that she feels like it's some next level shit. There's got to be a word for a woman like this that like, and I know what you mean. I really do. When you say, you know what I mean, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. But this is the thing. This is like, I don't know what the word is. It's like the non-committal leech. No offense, ladies. Some of you out there are like this. Like, it sounds like you may be in the back pocket. Like, it sounds like maybe there is certainly something that is keeping this girl from committing to you mentally. So when you're talking about we keep getting back and you're thinking in this weird rom-com kind of way, but I don't know if that's what's happening. I think that you're comfortable for her. And I think that she probably leans on you for comfort and confidence. But when it comes down to actually building a relationship with you, I don't think she wants you for that. But I digress. Let's keep reading. Because I have been in this situation, and it sounds like that situation. It's communication, everyone. But yeah, we recently got back in touch. Again, laughed my ass off. And to make the story shorter, I love how this is the short. I love it. We ended up talking on the phone for a few hours, and she asked me to head down to see her that same day. Oh, she needed some comfort that day. What happened? What happened with her? She called you up. She got on the bat phone, called her little personal Batman. You showed up all in your outfit, your fucking bangerangs or whatever the fuck. So she wanted you to come down the same day, which isn't what you'd assume would be the normal thing to happen with an ex. Yeah, it is. What are you talking about? But only being back in touch for a couple of days after only being back in touch for a couple of days, doesn't it? Wait, okay, hold on a second. Let me read this again. Sometimes these sentences are interesting. Let's try it again. We recently got back in touch, and to make the story shorter, we ended up talking on the phone for a few hours, and she asked me to head down and see her that same day, which isn't what you'd assume would be a normal thing to happen with an ex. After only being back in touch a couple of days, doesn't it? No, that sounds exactly what an ex would do. I mean, unless the ex absolutely just fucking despises you and hates you and wants absolutely nothing to do with you. It is, I wouldn't say it's normal, but I wouldn't say I'm surprised that an ex would call you to have a booty call or to come down and see her or whatever. I have had plenty of exes. None. I have no exes. I have had plenty of exes call me up a week, a day, a month, years down the road. Years, dude. It sounds like you're trying to read into this shit. I wouldn't read into this. Sounds like she had a bad day. And you're a good pet. Hold on a second. Let me get my point. I may be wrong, but that doesn't scream but if that doesn't scream I'm interested, I don't know what the fuck does. Doesn't scream I'm interested. I don't know what the fuck does, but man, I went down to see her. We didn't fuck. I know. Shame me in chat, boys. But I didn't come off as too keen or just after sex, because that isn't the case. I do like this girl a lot. Always have. She must have something for me too. She always bounced back to me. She's only been with a couple of guys. I'm reading this just as it is. Commas and everything. She's only been with a couple of guys other than me. So it isn't exactly a player bouncing from guy to guy. It was just always the wrong time, wrong place. Every time we have a thing going on, fuck all communication. Both have had issues with depression and such. Still do on both parts. And that has caused some of the mentioned fuck-ups before. Both flaked on each other due to all that shit and just pretty flaky stuff. Listen, man. No, don't take that as a sign. You want to know what to take as a sign? All right. Hey, I want to talk to you about our relationship. I think I'm still into you. Hey, I want to see more of you. I've been thinking about you lately. Your ex calling you for not even to have sex. Dude, I think you're I don't know. There's still more to read. I don't know, but I think you're being back pocketed hard. I think you're trying to justify it in yourself and you're reading into all these things to try to make it not what it is. What I think inside you know what it is. This girl is living rent-free in your fucking mind. And she's doing just enough to stay there. Right? She had you come down, but she's not going to sleep with you. Plus, you're both depressed. But yeah, went well. Spoke about me and her having ups and downs, communication issues, all that stuff. This is like the hardest to read it like this. She did the classic shit girls do, prodding and who'd I'd been with and fishing for stuff. Oh, am I not your type? No, man. Etc. The classic. Seen it all before, man. I shot all that shit down. Of course you are. Blah, blah, blah. It wasn't just like two buds meeting up and having a chill. You feel me? Spoke about loads of stuff. We'd not spoken like 2 years at this point. Both come out of a shitty relationship and such. But then she's just gone cold as fuck. Out of nowhere, just low-key ghosted me. Not really spoken about 2 weeks apart from 1 or 2 cold as fuck DMs, and her kind of sidelining me asking when she's free, not giving you an answer. Didn't say yeah or no, just avoided it. Now, you don't need me. Yes, this is the same letter still. You don't need me. You don't need me. You know what this is. You know what this is. You're being pocketed, sir. You're being used as an emotional crutch for comfortability, and that's it. I don't think this girl cares about you. I think this girl is depressed and goes through some shit. And when she needs to feel good, she knows she can reach out for you and you're going to be there at her beck and call. And then when she gets that good feeling, she doesn't have to talk to you anymore. But notice what she does when you're there. She manipulates you. She manipulates you, friend, by inquiring into who you're with. She's being controlling. Who you with? What are you doing? What about, talking about all this shit just to get you thinking. All she's got to do, because that's what you showed her. All she's got to do is get you thinking about her a little bit. She knows you're going to be fucked up for weeks. She's probably doing it with other guys, too. I bet if you had a hold of that phone, I bet she hasn't talked to you in 2 weeks because in that time, she's fallen on to 2 other dudes. She's got you on a week basis. You're one of 4 guys that show up week to week to week. You've got the first week of every month. You're on a schedule. So let's hear it, boys. What's the game plan here? Just leave her to it. May or may not perk up and DM me. Just wait it out. Don't flutter too much. Throw a DM or call in a week or 2. Speak the fuck up and get real with her? No. Or just cut my losses and call it quits. Yep. I'm not the type of guy to chase, but I do overthink and it often fucks me over. Cheers, boys. Help a brother out. Listen, that was a long message and I appreciate every fucking word of it. I really do. Thank you for writing in. But yeah, man, if you're asking me, which I'm not qualified to say, you need this. Nah, man. You need to find a girl that's excited about you. That is excited about you. She is excited to get to know you, to spend time with you. All right? She'll tell you her thoughts and her feelings without you having to do 20 questions. All right? She's going to want to. All right? This isn't the one, man. And if it is, it ain't the time. And it doesn't sound like it's going to be the time. I know somebody that's got one of these too. She's been in his head for a long time. I think you get it. From what you've been typing here, I think you know what's up. I think you've invested enough time in it and mental time in it that to be real about what is happening is probably very difficult for you. I bet you feel like it's a waste, maybe. Man, she didn't even sleep with you when you went down. You're not even like a booty call. You're like a teddy bear call. She just wants to call you and cuddle with you and feel good about herself, and then, when she's happy, she didn't have to fucking talk to you until she's sad again. I'd be careful with this one, man. I'd be careful. She doesn't sound excited to be with you. You need someone who's excited to be with you. You sound like somebody who's got a lot to give. You sound like somebody who thinks about these things. I bet there's a girl out there waiting for you who is fucking hot, who's excited to be with you, doesn't got to play these games over years. Waste your time. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You're getting caught up on one fucking chick. There's billions. All right? Don't believe in that one like she's the one. That's bullshit. There's many ones, and they're all going to be different. All right? There's many ones. Listen, you could build a relationship with this person or that person or that person. There's thousands of them out there for you, okay? And they're all going to be different and they're all going to be special in their own way, all right? You need to find somebody who is excited about getting to know you and spending time with you. You need to let this girl, you just need to cut her loose. unless you think you can be in a position where you're going to be able to be in a relationship, like a friend relationship with her and not get in your head, which I don't think is possible right now. But if you can do that, by all means, continue to be a friend with her. But if you can't compartmentalize her in that way, and she's getting in the way of your potential happiness with other people who could be excited and fun and ready to meet you and spend time with you, yeah, you're wasting your time. That's my honest opinion. I mean, but what do I know? Maybe she really does care about you. Maybe she's just going through her own fucked up shit. She just doesn't know how to communicate that. I don't know. I don't think that's it though. I think you need to go meet some new people. Pick up a hobby. Do some charity or something. Meet people. Meet people. I've been through that though. I know what that's like. It's easy to say. She's gonna live in your brain. She's gonna live in your brain until some other girl comes in and kicks her the fuck out. And the only way that's gonna happen is if you go meet some other girls. All right. And also communicate. Ella, where can we ask you those questions? Welcome, everybody. This is my new podcast, Unqualified, which I'm probably going to have to rename because somebody else has the name Unqualified for their podcast, which I found out right before I went live here. But for right now, this is episode 0. Welcome. This is just a prototype. Hopefully you guys are having fun. These questions were sent in last week by random viewers in the community. If you would like to send in your own question, make sure it's well thought out and, abundant with context. The more context, the more I can help. I don't mind reading long messages, but that is available to you if you guys want to do that. You can get the link. Yeah, it's gonna have. I need something to make sure people know I'm not qualified for this. It needs to be like unqualified, unhinged, and unqualified, or something. I got to add like another one, like unexperienced and unqualified. I'm gonna have to add something to it. Technically, yours is unqualified with Ellohime, and I think that might get by. I don't know. All right, Chad, you ready for the next one? We're going through. Oh, by the way, after the podcast, for those of you here that are live with us, exclamation point Discord in the chat. That'll get you a link to the Discord. As soon as we're done with the podcast, we're going to be jumping over there and watching Conan the Barbarian. The Arnold version. You guys are all invited to join us. As soon as the stream is done, whenever I'm done, I'm basically going to go through all these questions. And as soon as I'm done, we're going to jump over there and enjoy our time together watching an old film, a fun old film. Inexperienced and unqualified with Ellohime. See, I like that. Inexperienced and unqualified. I think we might have to change it. Anyways, let's go to the next question. And by the way, ladies, don't hesitate to write in. I feel like my advice is more guy-centric, but I don't know. I try to be fair with the ladies, as Bill Burr would say. Ladies! I love when he does that. I've been hooking up with a girl. Don't lie to us. We're both early 20s for about 2 years now. We only ever stopped hooking up whenever I find a girl I'm interested in dating. Never have we stopped hooking up because she started talking to someone. And shortly after those, shortly after those end, we start hooking up again. You guys got to learn commas, man. It always starts back up with just sex and then immediately leaving, but turns into her asking me to sleep over. And then her being more affectionate, wanting to cuddle, kissing me, etc. She swears she doesn't have feelings for me, but in the back of my mind, I am positive she is literally trying to fuck me into loving her. It's a legitimate strategy. It's like camping. People don't like it, but it happens and it's effective. I am certain I do not want a relationship with this girl. She doesn't have the personality of a girl that I'm interested in a relationship with. So I am extremely uncomfortable with the idea of her trying to make me. Oh, shit. Oh, it got cut off. Her trying to make me. What the fuck? It ends there. Is that a challenge? Listen, listen, I know it's a joke at this point. It's a meme in the very first episode. I'm going to add a the end. Yeah, that's it. That was the end. Listen, you need to have a real conversation with this girl. I feel like there's enough warning signs at this point that you need to do what I like to call like a I don't like to call it this. I'm just making this up. Like a mental recalibration, all right? You need to take a mental breath. Deep in. You need to take pump the brakes, and you need to do like an assessment. You need to triage your relationship with this girl. And when I say relationship, I mean whatever. I don't mean like a romantic whatever your relationship is with this girl. You need to reevaluate. You need to stop, and you need to talk to her and go, listen, is this still fun and recreational for you? Like, I want to make sure this is mentally healthy for you. I feel like when I come over and hook up that maybe you want a little more, and I know you tell me that you don't, and I'll believe you. I want to make totally sure though for your well-being, because what we're doing here is fun for me. I have fun with it, and it's recreational, and I enjoy this, but I don't want to enjoy it at the risk of hurting you. So I want to do my due diligence and make sure that you're good for what this is, because that's what it is. And that you don't have any intention. You don't got to gut her, but if she does have feelings, but that you don't have any intention of this. You like what this is, and that you want to make sure that she's good. It didn't get cut off. It keeps going. Dude, I'm telling you, where does it keep going? Spiky. I see that it gets to the end, but then where does it, you say it keeps going at the top. Where at the top? Sorry, guys, it's the first time doing this, so the questions are a little weird. They're in a Google document. Click on the question, bar the top, whole question. I'm a real person. I know how this works. Dude, I don't see any bar at the top. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. So my screen is like, wow. My screen was pulled up and it was blocking that. I had to like scroll it down. This is so much easier. Holy shit. Why didn't even, oh my God. Why was this? Well, we're good now. This is why it's episode 0. Thank you, Spiky. Thank you, mods. Thank you, chat. I'm new. Shit, there was more here, guys. All right, let's try this again. So he's been hooking up with a girl. It always starts back up with the sex, immediately leaving. It turns into her asking me to sleep over, her being more affectionate, wanting to cuddle, kissing. She swears she doesn't have feelings for me, but in the back of my mind, I am positive she is literally trying to fuck me into loving her. I love that. I am certain I do not want a relationship with this girl. Seems pretty solid. She doesn't have the personality of a girl I'm interested in a relationship with. Pretty straightforward. So I'm extremely uncomfortable with the idea of her trying to make me fall in love with her. But at the end of the day, I am one horny bastard and cannot turn down some of the disgusting things she does to me in the bedroom. Awesome. Am I wrong for believing she is trying to get me to fall in love with her when she swears she isn't and doesn't have feelings for me? Do I just need to put a hard stop to it all? No, I don't think you just listen. Like I said, you need a mental recalibration. You need a timeout, man. You need a little timeout. You need to listen. You need to just talk to her and put it all on the table. I've been feeling like I said earlier, I've been feeling like you need to just give it to her. Tell her that, that you want this to be fun. This should be a fun, recreational thing. That's how you see it. If she doesn't see it that way, then, no harm, no foul. There's nothing wrong with you getting out there and getting into the world and having sex, okay? But responsibility with sex happens in many different ways. And one of them is, if you're going to be in a position like this, it's a delicate balance, and it requires constant attention. It's almost like a real relationship. As much as you don't think it is, it kind of is, because reinforcing your boundaries and understanding where you're at is paramount for making this work. And if you're starting to find that that's being tampered with, then the only way to gain control over the situation is to communicate. I know, but you just got to. I think that putting a hard stop to it should be the answer if you feel like after you get out of that conversation that you are doing some sort of damage to this girl. This isn't 100% recreational. I know you're horny as fuck, and she probably does do disgusting things to you. And they're probably awesome. I bet they are. I bet they're amazing. I'm imagining so much crazy shit. Maybe she's one of those girls that like in a time stop, Like she lets you time stop her with like a remote, and then you can take off her clothes and put your dick in her whenever. She's probably crazy. It's great. Sounds great. All right. But you only get that if you take care of her mentally. That's it. That's the price. And if there's a question there, you don't want to hurt this girl. It's supposed to be about fun. Treat her with respect and have a little class. Treat yourself with respect. Sounds awesome, though. Don't overthink it either. If she, this is another thing. Listen, and guys do this too, not just ladies. She could be one of those girls that's like, no, I don't have feelings. I don't have feelings. And then she's like, mentally, she's all fucked up because of you. But maybe she's telling the truth. We also have to consider that she really isn't in love with you. Maybe she just likes cuddling and kissing after sex. So, I mean, wow, a woman that likes cuddling and kissing after sex. Those exist. Yeah, they're all women, basically. No, not all women. I've met plenty of women that don't want to cuddle after sex. But yeah, it could just be a comfort thing. It has nothing to do, relationship-wise. She could be totally telling you the truth and you're overthinking it. Don't overthink yourself out of a good situation either. And one of these days when you're cuddling, you're sitting there, you just lean over, look at her really romantically in the eyes, and then lean over and go make me a sandwich. And she'll love that. Don't do that. Don't. Because if she's into you, don't do it. Y'all like leaning in like you're going to tell her something really important. I'm hungry for grilled cheese. 2 of them with ham and mayonnaise. If you could put butter on the bread before you toast it, that'd be great. She whispers back, I hate you. Do something, another thing you might be able to think about is like do something casual. Do some like, I don't know. Do something friendly that isn't necessarily like, do you guys have friends, like other friends? Can you like go do stuff? Maybe reinforce the friendship, That's a bad idea. Fuck all that advice. Just talk to her. See how she feels. I don't know. Maybe there's an idea there where you could like, do something together as a group and keep it that way. and never church and state don't mingle. I mean, this is a great analogy. You're like a mega church. Like you're not taxed, but you can still do political stuff, I like it. Just be the mega church of horny guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Good luck to you. Be good to yourself. All right, next question. I really petered out on the end of that one, huh, guys? Dear Ello, I'm struggling right now with a few different things. My main worry concern is money. I'm a broke joke, but I still enjoy life. Great. I do my best to live within my means, though at times it's difficult to do. I'm on a fixed budget as I get money from the government each month through Social Security income. And that comes up to a whopping $783 a month. I have to use that money to pay all my bills and buy food, plus whatever else that it is that I'm needing. It's stressful, but I can live with that. There are days where I feel worthless and good for nothing. Oh, don't, man. In the end, I know that I bring others joy, happiness, so I'm not in the worst of headspaces or whatever. But there are days where that doesn't feel like it's enough. I frequently contemplate ending it all. I won't. This isn't meant to be a cry for that type of help. I'm just illustrating how I'm feeling a good portion of the time. I get you, man. I wish that I could find a way to feel that I contribute to something, anything that I enjoy, and that I would feel would bring others joy. This is why I always try to help others and make sure that they're all right. Stop. I know that sounds really bad. I don't mean it in a bad way, like stop. No, you can still help people, but it sounds like you need to focus on you for a bit. I feel as though I'm simply just taking up space and that I shouldn't be here. I honestly don't know what I should expect from this. If this gets read, hi, chat. This is honest. This sounds honest to me. This sounds like a really honest guy. And I get when you're saying I frequently contemplate ending it all. I won't. This is just meant to help you in the time. I'm not going to do the whole, I mean, if you got to talk to somebody, we got numbers. I think you're just trying to give me like you said, a good idea of where you're at. I think a lot of us feel directionless. Even people that are doing shit. I think that what you're feeling is very normal. I don't know how old you are, but I think what you're feeling is very normal. I'm kind of caught up on the fact that you say that you help others make sure that they're all right. Are you that kind of person where you're like the mother hen? You got to make sure everybody's good before you're good? Because if you're that kind of person, you need to reevaluate your headspace, and you need to find out if you need to take a step back from helping a bunch of people and help yourself, because it sounds like that's what you need to do. Do you have anything you like? Do you have any direction? Are there things? I think that you need to sit down and you need to figure out what you want. What is it that you need? So, like, for one, you just said that, your main worry and concern is money. I feel like trust me, man, I lived out of my car for like 3 months. People have had it worse than me. That's the worst I've had it. I was showering at the beach and at gyms to get my showers, and I was living out of my car. And honestly, $20 was a gold mine. I found help. I reached out to help. Do you have family? Do you have friends? You got somebody you can reach out to for a job? I want to put faith in education, but I don't anymore. Not fully. It's great to get an education, and that's wonderful. But what I've found in my adult life and in my experience is that it's just as important about who you know as it is what you know. I think if money is your issue, I think you need to start reaching out to the people that are close to you and seeing if any of them have opportunities for you. That would be a good place to start. But if you can't find any work, maybe finding something fulfilling in other ways that might help you, as in charity work. There's probably tons of places around. I know that sounds weird to say when you need money to go volunteer your time. Doesn't sound like a great idea, you know? But you'd be surprised at the amount of people that you can meet there, you know? Or even picking up a new hobby, getting to know new people, and through those people, you're able to find a sense of purpose, either work or direction. The way that and this isn't for everybody, all right? Don't take this advice like, oh, it works for everyone. But for me, I find being around people helps with my depression as much as I hate being around people. So I try to force myself to do something. Once I'm there and I'm doing it, like if I'm passing out food, or if I'm building something, or in the line of charity work, in those moments, I'm not thinking about my depression. I'm really not. And when you start to open up relationships with other people, I think you'll find a lot of joy in that too. It might be some bad people too. You got to be careful, but I find joy in spending time with people. I think that, again, what you're feeling is very natural and normal, and I don't think that you should beat yourself up for it. I think though that you probably should take some time to think about yourself and what you want and how you're going to achieve that. And you know what, man? It doesn't even have to be big steps. Just small little things. Small little things that you can do to build your confidence. Things that you have a hard time doing day to day. You're feeling depressed. You can't shower. Take a shower that day. Tell yourself, I'm gonna take a shower. Go take a shower. I know it sounds like a small thing to some people, but some people, when they're depressed and they're like this, that it can be really debilitating. Even getting a shower can seem monumental. Clean your room. Clean your bathroom. Do something. There's something probably sitting around you in your house that you need to clean. You just haven't. Just do it. Just do it. Get a little confidence. Build a little confidence in yourself. I don't think that you're worthless. You haven't even reached for your potential. So how can you judge yourself worthless? Find something you love. Find something you care about. Find something you're passionate about. Get involved with it somehow. Even if it doesn't pay you any money. Find something, man. But I think, like I said, I think it's natural. I think you need to take a deep breath. I think you need to allocate some time for yourself. And I think you need to figure out what you want, what kind of direction you want to go in. And I think you need to just take baby steps to build your confidence and start in that direction. Yeah, chat. Somebody in the chat says communicate with yourself. Yeah. I know that can seem tough sometimes, especially when you're having to fight through those thoughts, those down thoughts. But it's normal, man. I think especially for this generation. I don't know how other millennials feel, but I feel like especially for this generation, I feel even with what I'm doing and stuff, I feel directionless sometimes. I feel like a 35-year-old, 18-year-old, mentally. But I have found some joy and happiness in doing this. I really have in my family, and I found things. It wasn't always that way, but even then I get depressed, just don't be so hard on yourself. Take it easy, take a deep breath. You're not worthless. You've got things to contribute. You make other people happy. All right. So you've got value, but don't say you're worthless because you haven't even challenged yourself. Right. You have no idea what your potential is. You have no idea what you can do. All right. So I don't know. Thank you for writing. I hope that helped in some way. Maybe it didn't, but maybe it did. Get out of your routine a little bit. Hope you do well. Good luck. All right. I like that one. That one's tough. It's tough, man. How many of you in the chat feel that way? Raise your hand. I'm raising my hand. You can't see it. I think you'll find, I think you're not weird, man. I think a lot of people feel that. A lot of people, look at all these people with their hands up. So, I wonder how old you are. Did you ever say how old you were? It's easier to know when I know how old you guys are. If you're like in your 20s, just shut the fuck up. You're fine. You'll be fine. You got plenty of time. Oh, this is always, I don't know if this is going to help you or anyone at all, but I want to throw this out there, guys. You think about notable people, like the most famous people, like the people that get, how often is it something like this, like with George Washington? It's like, well, George Washington, for the first, he went to school. And then when he turned 30, he decided to, do this. And it wasn't until he was 45 or 50 that he actually started doing the things that actually got him what he's famous for, right? Like, there's this whole, most famous people I found are not famous until they're they don't start doing the good shit until they're 45, 50 plus, okay? You can't be 20 or 30 and already doing some crazy shit, all right? You got to build up to that, all right? These people just didn't jump into this shit. It took time. You can't expect too much out of yourself. It always makes me feel good when I think about what I haven't accomplished, And then I'm like, well, some of these guys didn't even get recognition until they were 50 fucking years old. I got plenty of time. I got 15 years. Or hell, you may just be like Emily Dickinson and you don't even get recognized in your lifetime. And then afterwards, your work is found and suddenly you're an icon, Who knows, man? World's weird. All right. Next question. Ever since COVID hit in February, I have gained a lot of weight. Oh, yeah. About 40 pounds. They call it the COVID-19. I'm saying it's the COVID-40. I feel you, man. I think a lot of us, again, it's one of those things. Because you know what? Because we're ordering out, man. We're having it delivered. Which for me is a lot. No, 40 pounds is a lot. I used to be fairly skinny, but now I'm kind of a fat fuck. I used to go see a lot of live music and sometimes hit the gym. Since that's no longer an option, what advice do you have to help me get back to not being fat? Do you understand who you're asking? I have a hard time doing cardio because of some chronic injuries. P.S. My ass looks a lot nicer now, though, so at least there's that. Oh, yeah, it will. Get that fat in there. I'm fat, and I'm having a hard time keeping it. I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you the same shit people keep telling me that I keep not doing, which is watch what you eat, exercise. What it really comes down to is calories in, calories out, energy in, energy out. If you put in more calories than you're going to expend, you're going to gain weight. If you expend more calories than you put in the body, you're going to lose weight. It's pretty much that simple, as far as I've learned from health class. So, count your calories. I don't know. Do the things people keep telling me to do that I never do. Work out. You don't even have to work out hard. You don't have to go somewhere to work out. You can find some shit in your own house to work out. You can always do push-ups. You can always do sit-ups. You can always, now you said you couldn't jog. You can't do cardio. But I'm sure there's something you can do in your own home. I don't know, man. You got to find a way to get motivated. Is there anybody in your bubble that likes to work out? Maybe make it a thing between you two. You go to each other's houses, maybe it'll feel like going to the gym. One day your buddy comes over to your house, you go over to your buddy's the other day. Somebody in your bubble, not like 20 people. Does wanking it count? I mean, I haven't lost any weight to wanking it, and I do it a lot. But, I mean, it is exercise. See, Kage says you got to eat at regular times as well. Your body will hold on to the energy, assuming it won't get fed. That's true, but then I'm reading a lot of real benefits about fasting. Intermittent fasting. I've heard a lot of really good things. So, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not going to be able to tell you anything anybody else has not told you already. You're just going to have to change your routine a little bit. Your shit's been fucked up. Maybe try pre-planning meals. Sometimes that works. But yeah, you got to find some. 40 pounds is a lot in 1 year. I've gained like 20 myself, and I feel so fat. I feel so fat, man. But I was already at like 240. I'm up to 260 now. So, yeah, man, you're going to need something. You got access to a pool? Can you do cardio in the pool to avoid frustrating your injuries? Maybe. I don't know. Keto plus intermittent fasting helped me lose 130. That's what I always hear. Keto, intermittent fasting. That's what I always hear. Maybe something to look into. I don't know. It might be another, fad diet. I don't know. It seems like the science is right. When Rhonda Patrick tells me, Dr. Rhonda Patrick, she's got her own podcast. When she says it's right, I listen. She seems pretty good about it. Also, take your vitamins. Take your vitamins every day. Might help you feel a little bit more motivated. Might help you feel a little bit more healthy. But yeah, you can't keep living like that. And you're not a fat fuck. All right. You put on 40 pounds. That sucks. You can lose it. Don't start with Here's the thing that keeps you fat that I've found is the defeatist attitude. You set these goals for yourself, and then when you don't reach them the very first time, you get mad at yourself, so you eat. It's a cycle. You're going to go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be so good at it. And then the first week, you're good. Or you do something like, I was good in the first week, so I'm gonna reward myself by allowing myself a pizza. Then you do that, and then you just get back in everything you do. You got to reward yourself, And then when you realize you're rewarding yourself too much, then you realize you failed. And then when you fail, you feel bad, so you keep eating, and it just pushes you down every time you fail. But you gotta redo your head. You really do. When it comes to this stuff, you can't beat yourself up. You got to realize, just like anything else, it's not going to happen right away. It's going to take a little work. But I am the worst person to ask about this because I am in that rut myself. But it sounds like you're capable of setting yourself up for good habits. You just need to find a way to fit it into what you're doing now in a post-COVID world. Communicate with your fat. Good luck, though, man. If you find it out, let me know. I need it. I need it, too. Thanks for writing in.